damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante.
Alexander first down and more. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns the corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
Does put a smile on my face.
Pick up for it. Fires to the end zone.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? It is the morning after. Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all what. I had a phone in my hand. I already had 911 pushed. All I had to hit dial. My goodness, what a game last night. All right, guys. Y'all know what this is all about. If you want to come on the show, I will post on a link again. And there we go. You're welcome to come on and talk some football with us and talk what happened yesterday and what might be coming up. Let's see here. Yeah, Bobby, keep your eye on that, buddy. I see that. Tornado warning in South Mississippi, send him out. Yeah, you know how that goes, man. You're in the South, brother. Keep your eyes out on it. But anyways, good morning, Mr. Jeff Stapleton, Stephen Hicks, George Lambert, Roll Tide, Rise Up, my man. Miss Kimberly, how you doing this morning? Miss Latoya, good morning to you. Let's see here. And Roll Tide, of course. Mr. Jones, how are you doing this morning, bud? Let's see who else is in here. I know there. I already said George, I believe. Anyways, all right. Well, good morning to everybody that may join in later on. Y'all already talking about the Alabama stuff. That is great, great stuff. But we're gonna get on and see who else may want to come on. And while we're waiting, we will go ahead and move on with some of the scores yesterday. Interesting. There's a reason why. And by the way, guys, y'all will see me on some other shows sometimes, including especially Mr. Piano Man. I'm driving. I get to text in every now and then, like at a red light or a little break time. If I don't say Roll Tide to you and good morning, whatever it is, don't be mad at me. I'm working. So y'all understand, but I do appreciate all the Roll Tides and the good mornings and everything. So I do appreciate it and thank y'all, but look over me on that, okay? All right. So last night, some local scores are some SEC scores that everybody might be interested in. Numbers ranked team 17, Tennessee played Kentucky ranked. I think it was at their house. They beat Tennessee beat Kentucky 56-34. Third ranked Texas A&M at LSU's house, which was ranked 20 at the time. Why is that, Jeff? I'd love to have you on the show. I really would. I don't understand why. Are you using most of the time when you click in there, you got to use your Google account. That usually helps. And outside of that, it should get you on. You know what I mean? Try using your Google account if you can, bud. All right. Okay. All right. Anyways, Texas A&M beat LSU 49-25 at LSU's house. Ole Miss ranked number 8. This is going to be important, guys. Ranked number 8 versus 13 ranked Oklahoma at their house. They beat Oklahoma 34-26. Number 10, Vandy at Vandy's house beat Missouri, ranked number 15, 17-10. Vandy just keeps on rolling. Texas. We got to talk about that Rise Up. I'm waiting on you if you want to come on. All right. Where was that? Yep, Vandy beat Missouri, ranked number 15, 17 to 10, and 22 ranked Texas beat Mississippi State in another nail biter, 45 to 38, which we all know. Let's see, Alabama, ranked number 4, beat South Carolina at home, unranked, 29 to 22. And that's also important, guys. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, Jeff. And another game that I just kind of been watching, another team, anyways, is number 7 ranked Georgia Tech beat Syracuse 41 to 16. Why am I mentioning them? Because I feel like they will get into the playoffs, and they're going to be a team to watch, whoever gets to play against them. Good morning, Mr. Two-Time. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. All right. Now, that is the ones that we've seen local. I do want to mention the Colorado-Utah game because it was part of the Pickem show yesterday. Utah beat the far out of Colorado. I think it was like 56 to 7 or 3 or something like that. It was just pitiful. What happens to Colorado? I don't know. All right, guys. Now, why I say, and we can talk about the game here in just a minute, but I'm going to talk about our playoff chances and what we're looking at now after this. Of course, we got a bye week coming up, and Ohio State will be playing somebody. Who cares? Well, let's see. Just so you know, Indiana, ranked number 2, played UCLA yesterday. They beat them 56 to 6. And here's why I bring all this kind of stuff up. Y'all all know Indiana, in their next schedule, part of their schedule is going to be playing Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin, and they'll finish it up with Purdue. I don't see any team in here, even Wisconsin. Wisconsin's probably got the best chance of putting a mark against Indiana, but I doubt it. I think Oregon played Wisconsin last night, and it wasn't nowhere near the score that you would have thought it would have been. So Wisconsin's probably a little bit tougher than what we think they are, but I don't think they're going to do it against Indiana. All right, with Texas A&M, who was ranked number 3 and just above us, is going to be playing Missouri, South Carolina at home, Sanford, and then they're going to be playing Texas at Texas. So there is a chance that Texas A&M could get a mark on them, which kind of makes me wonder. Ole Miss is setting at 7-1. I think Georgia's only lost one game. That's to Alabama. Ole Miss has lost one game, but that was to Georgia. Let's see here. Texas A&M, if they lose to anybody, they still will be in the running. And who else? If I'm thinking right, Vandy hasn't lost but one game, and that was to us, which puts us right there in the middle. I say in the middle, right there in the SEC championship game. That's going to be played December the 6th on a Saturday, in case anybody. Yeah, well, actually, Bob Evans. I'm going to tell you what, after last night eating and everything else, the way the game was going, kind of got some food on my Alabama shirt. I'm not going to do that to you guys. All right, well, let's go with that. Who has Ohio and Indiana played? Nobody. I'll just tell you that. I think Indiana played Oregon, and from what I've seen this morning on the score of Oregon versus Wisconsin, I can see why they won. Oregon is just not who they are supposed to be, So really, Indiana hadn't played anybody. Everybody's been cupcakes. I just read the schedule for Indiana. Ohio State, I didn't really even want to look because I know they do not have nobody to play to the end of the year. So that 1 and 2 spot is not going to change until we get into the playoffs. And that's the reason I'm kind of keeping my eye on Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, tough team. They're going to hurt somebody. They're going to hurt somebody in the playoffs. I feel like they'll make it. I didn't check out their schedules, but I feel like they will. So I believe that's all the scores I got for you guys this morning. It was interesting. Oh, by the way, Alabama A&M did lose to Alabama State yesterday. I don't anymore. I think it was like 56-13. I hated to see that. I am originally from Huntsville, and Alabama A&M is always a score that I try to keep up with. They're all up and down, good teams here and there. All right. We're a team. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Jeff. We'll talk about that. When it comes to Alabama, every team, and people act like South Carolina was a surprise. I told y'all yesterday, keep your eye on South Carolina. Yeah, I felt like Alabama would win the game, but I wasn't sure about the 12 points that they were on the spread. I started to pick South Carolina, but Alabama has been doing good enough that I was iffy. So I went with the Alabama side. Cost me a point. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Sanford Stadium West. Hey, two-time, y'all even gonna get to the SEC game? That's what I want to know. I mean, I would think. Let's see. Yeah, Georgia beat Ole Miss, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting what's going to happen from here on as far as the scheduling and who beats who. But right now, if Alabama does not lose, I don't care if they win every game by 1 point, they will be in the SEC game. Georgia, you probably might be coming in third. Depends if you lose another game. I haven't checked your schedules out. Maybe I should. But hey, we're all there in the running right now. I think Alabama has their own control of their own destiny. Now, let's see here. All right, let's see here. What else was I wanting to talk about? Because y'all were bringing up some good things that I want to address. So let me scroll back up to the top. I want to talk about them passes. Were they overthrown? And should we even went for those things? I was getting tired of watching them just go for it. And I realized y'all were saying that the running or the wide receivers were being held. I don't know. I really couldn't see that because once I seen the ball go over the heads, I didn't know if they were being held up or not. You guys probably seen it better than I did because I was getting so frustrated. Why in the world are you going for the bomb every freaking time, every possession and end up costing us? I'm going to be honest with you. If it wasn't for Cuevas and Daniel Hill, we would have lost that game yesterday. I'm going to tell you, getting those short yardages mean a lot. And I don't understand why you keep going for the touchdown. I granted, you got held this and that. Why did you keep doing it? Why not go underneath? We could have had a better outcome, I felt like, with not going for the bomb every time in every series. You could have just worked out on the clock. I know everybody was reading that South Carolina wants a low-scoring game. You would have done a lot better. Probably wouldn't even have near the nail biter that you had if you had used more short passes instead of going for Ryan Williams and let Bernard do his thing, which luckily Bernard did do his thing there at the end. And we would have made him a little bit more than that. I know we would have covered the spread anyways, but that's my opinion. All right. So did anybody think that Ty Simpson looked like the Heisman Trophy candidate that we wanted to see? I don't know. Now, I do think this is important. Right here. We needed this game to see how far we were willing to give a win. I'm proud they never gave up. I am too. That kind of measures the heart of a team. They had their backs against the wall. It looked like we was going to lose. I mean, there was really never a comfortable spot that I was sitting in, wondering if Alabama was going to pull this game out. I mean, it was just I was already saying they lost this game, but they did pull it out. That's the heart of this team. That's the mark of a champion. And I told y'all, South Carolina was not going to lay down. They were playing tough. They were rushing. Their defense was, if you want to ask me, that defensive line, man, they was getting after it last night, shooting the gaps and carrying on. They was playing with heart. All right, let's see here. We'll address this one. Mark my words, the Iron Bowl against Auburn in the Chicken Post. He kills me with that. Will really be tough game, no matter what their record is. He's exactly right. They just beat Arkansas yesterday. I can't remember the score, but they did beat Arkansas. Like KB said, they won the bottom of the barrel bowl. But they're going to play us tough. Don't you think they ain't? I'm going to keep a close eye on Auburn, of course, and so are we all. But I'm going to be honest with you with our schedule, and this is what we have left. All right, we have LSU coming up next after the bye week, guys. And then we're going to have Oklahoma at home. And LSU is going to be at home, too. Eastern Illinois, I believe it is. That's going to be our little cupcake team. And then we go down to Auburn. That's going to be the final test of what this team is made of. It's going to be something else. Because they ain't got nothing else to talk about. Right now, if we didn't have that loss, we would be sitting at, 8-0. Probably ranked either first or second, just to be honest with you. We would be in a three-way tie with Ohio State and Indiana. I'll tell you that much. So, but we were preseason, so but the way the Southeast plays, it probably got knocked down to like 3. So you would have had 4 teams at 8-0 sitting up there on top. So, but we would probably be ahead of Texas A&M if we had not. But they want to keep throwing that in there because of the way we reacted in the after the game, which I can't blame us and I can't blame them. But the FSS Florida State loss, it's history. It's done. It's over with. They're not hurting anybody. It was the first game, you know. All right. Nobody. That's right. I don't care. Nobody's easy in the SEC. All right. Let me move on down here. Yep. That's why we're getting the best aim. Good morning, Miss Kimberly. I don't know if I said good morning to you or not. All right, let me scroll on down, guys. Weird times. I know. Georgia Tech, Vandy, Indiana. You never would have heard this in the old times. BCS era, all that kind of stuff. No, you would never heard it. Yeah, they were held up. Yeah, I kind of figured they were, but why'd you keep doing it? That's what I want to know. You better do that, Lottie. And after you get done, go wash some dishes. Dadgummit. You know she works hard. All right. All right, here we go. Mr. Eddie Blackburn, thank you. Appreciate it. We appreciate your sportsmanship. And you're welcome on this channel, this Alabama channels. We think the world of you. You're not one of them crazy people like we are, but you're welcome here just the same. But anyways, thank you for the congrats. I was worried. I'm not going to lie to you, buddy. I was worried. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The longer balls, Mr. Jones. That's just something I was aggravated about. Why do you keep doing that when you got open men underneath? And you could have moved the ball down there. You'd ate up more clock and all this and that. And it seemed like to me South Carolina was getting better and better as the game was going on. Yeah, this is what I thought so too. Adversity fought through is what a good team does in clutch games. That's what championship team does. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be interested in going through the Pickem show and see who done what yesterday. All right. So this is what I call sportsmanship. Y'all go win out now for me, championship. Yep. Hope so. Hope so. All right, let's see. I hate Auburn won. Messed up a good day. Sure did. All right. Now, this I got to see. Balkway was robbed. He was pushed into the ball and no penalty. Head coach should have warned his teammates to stay out the ball. Ref missed many calls. Yeah, that's important. South Carolina's defense, especially the edges, played lights out. They played their hearts out. Yeah, you can't take nothing away from them. And I feel like okay, now here. I've been thinking about this too. The guys were tired. We've been on a hell of a stretch. They dug down deep and found a way to win. That's what champions do. That's what I was worried about, Latoya. I felt like that emotionally they were strained after these 4 wins, and they needed. I felt like they probably needed a bye week. They was looking at South Carolina, who was not ranked and had lost, I think, 3 out of the SEC already. I could be wrong, but I think it's at least 3 already. And they were just kind of not looking past, but kind of taking it easy emotionally. They weren't charged up like I would hope they would have been, and I was worried about that. I really was. But hey, like in, I think I seen a little short when Alabama was walking off the team. One of the players that coached the board, hey, we got it done. It was smiles, and that's what matters. They won the game. That is what championships do. Uh-huh. You got to show this. Linda P. in the building. She has arrived. Good morning to you, Linda. How are you doing? Don't ever give up on my Alabama Crimson Tide. I didn't want to give up on them. It's just, man, the way they were going about it. You know, you could feel, guys, and you know just as well as I do, you watched enough games, you could feel the momentum in any kind of game that you're sitting there watching or you're at. And Alabama, we all want them to do what I call the annihilation, where they just run away with it like the northern teams are doing to these little secondary schools, I call it. You want to see that, of course you do, and you want to see it in every game against everybody. Simply because, like Oregon and all them, the way they built themselves up, they was annihilating teams 50s, 60s, sometimes 70s, and that's what their scores was keeping them up there at the top. Who can beat them? Who can beat them? You know, scoring this many. Look at who they were playing. SEC is built different. It is built different. So, but you could tell when the momentum starts shifting. I did not see anything out of Alabama that was telling me that they were shifting. They were surviving. They were getting in there. They were trying to win the game. Don't get me wrong, but South Carolina was just not going to let up. That home crowd was loud. Hey, Mr. Jones, you don't have a hangover? Here, let's see. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I don't care if you're sitting in there in your Bama onesies or nothing. There you go. There's the link. Come on here. Let's see. I want to hear what you got to say. Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Jeff. Let me get over there. 5 weeks in a row. That's what I'm saying. That takes a big toll. You had 4 ranked teams. Nobody else is doing that. 4 ranked teams, and then you go play a tough, hard to play South Carolina at their house, who wanted to so bad to beat us last night. What a little a mark on our resume and theirs. You know, that would have been I would say at least a season winning game. You know what I'm saying? That would make them feel a little bit better about their team. But I'm just glad we pulled it out, just to be honest. And I'm gonna tell you this much: I was worried we was gonna lose at least by 1 point the way it was going. And I always say, all it takes is 1 point to win. I would have been happy with it. I mean, we don't have a whole lot to brag about on how we played. I think Ty Simpson's just fine. His arm's still just good. He still will end up in the Heisman Trophy conversation. But we could have played better, I think. And let's go with the play calling, not so much the players. I just don't see where the players was ladder-gagging. We had a lot of balls that were like the one with Ryan Williams when he had the ball and he touched the ground with it. That was, had it been another team, they probably would have said that was a completion. But you know, hey, I've seen other things. Yeah, they were even ready for Proctor when they lined him up. If you ask me, they should have run him to the outside if they were going to do that, or at least fake it to him. All right, Proctor no show. Foreman needs to help every time and fails miserably. Ty with the heart of a champion won the game. SEC or South Carolina is his Heisman game, a comeback win in a hostile environment. I see where you're going with that 6-0. Yeah, he never gave up. He never did. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Jeremy Bernard pulled it out for us. What can you say about that young man? I mean, he's just incredible. You know, I would think at the beginning of the year, Ryan Williams would have been our biggest hype, which he was. a little bit as a wide receiver. But I'm gonna tell you what, Jerry Bernard, my goodness, what an athlete! I mean, I'm glad he's on our side. Let's put it that way. All right. Yep, this is me too. All right, we'll put this up. They call it a grind. Yeah, it's a gauntlet. I don't care who you play in the SEC. I mean, everybody's in the. I sat there and watched. Well, SEC is down this year. Bring your butt down here and see how well you do with our schedules. All right. Don't sit there and talk about the SEC like you know something. Coming in here and saying that the North has to do this. Y'all are playing cupcake schedules, sissified schedules. That's the way you want to set it up so you can get into these playoffs and these championship games, play one or two tough games at the end, and hope you win. You know, don't come down here and talk about the SEC is down. You need to shut the blank up. All right. Let me see here. Hey, good morning, Mr. Jones. How you doing, bud?
Morning, doing good.
No
Man,
hangover, huh?
yeah, no hangover this morning. And that was a close game. I gotta give it up for South Carolina's defensive line though. They was killing our offense. They was getting pressure on Ty like crazy last game. But that secondary, I mean, if you rewatch the game and everything, they was holding our receivers like crazy. I mean, and I sitting here making excuses about that, but people kept on saying, and like ESPN, a lot of people kept on saying Ty was overthrowing the ball. He wasn't overthrowing. There several of them balls would have hit our receivers, and they would have been touchdowns too because they was wide open. But there was no flags getting called in our secondary, and I mean, that's all. That's football though. That's what happened.
Did it not seem like to you that LSU just basically had free reign on their defense? They could do whatever they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know where I'm going with that. You know where I'm going with that. It seemed like now I'm gonna be honest with you. There were a couple passes that I seen that he should not have let go. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now it was South Carolina holding our receivers. When I was watching that ball go by, they stayed on their hip pockets last night. I'm gonna say that. Now were they holding them? I don't know, and I'm sure there was a couple times that we could have probably got a hold. Well, I know there's one or two of them that we should have got a holding call on or pass interference. Let's put it that way.
That's what I'm talking about. We should have got pass interference on. I've seen two back to back. We should have got pass interference on. So I mean, it is what it is. But we came out to win.
Oh yeah, and what do you think about Sellers? I heard about Sellers a little bit the last couple of weeks. I know he was out. What do you think about him? I thought he was actually a pretty good quarterback myself.
Oh yeah, he was tough. He was hard to bring down. I saw that where Deontay Lawson tried to take him down that one time. He just rolled right out of the pocket, and I think he got like 10 yards out of it. Yeah, he was bring down.
His arm is not bad either. His arm is not bad. Now, I ain't saying he's another Ty Simpson. Let me ask you. Here we are in South Carolina, up to our. I'm gonna call it now. We're in our midterms. We got that week off for LSU. What is your assessment of Ty Simpson now?
Right now, I can see him just. He's being able to handle all the adversity right now, going through everything, and I mean, right now he's a great leader.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't seem egotistical about it, does he?
Oh no, there's zero ego to him. Matter of fact, I mean, if you seen after the game and everything, him sitting there, he's saluting the South Carolina crowd, and I thought that was something. You know, that just shows a lot, shows his character and everything.
Yep, it shows the respect that he had for South Carolina. It really does. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He's talking about Jeremy Bernard saved us with a winning TD yesterday, and he did. Oh, I was so proud to see that man cross that line. Goodness gracious! I thought it was going. I even texted a certain person. I'm not going to say who it is. But I said, looks like it's going to come down to what he most fears, and that was to be trying to win a game with a kicker.
One thing I don't understand though is when Bernard did make that touchdown, that South Carolina defender just let him by. I know they said that they let him by so I'd give him a chance to score again, but there wasn't much time on the clock left anyway. So I mean, you figure we try to get the stop either way, just in case. You never know what would happen. Something could have happened, like we could have fumbled right there towards the end zone, just like that. What happened in that Georgia and Auburn game, that turned that whole game around. So I mean, I don't understand that. I don't understand why they just let him go by, but I'm glad they did.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't care what anybody says. You're gonna sit there and tell me South Carolina didn't want to lose that game, that or they didn't want to win. You've lost your freaking mind. You watch them. They ain't letting Alabama win. They ain't gonna give up on a play. No, I don't care what anybody says. South Carolina played to win last night. There ain't nothing else. I mean, like, salute, hats off, whatever you want to call it. South Carolina did not give the game for any reason. Let's put it this way. They would have loved nothing more than to went home with that win last night. Did you see what we done to Alabama? Mm-hmm. We showed them who's who. Don't think they would. Don't think they would. All right. Did you see all our drunk students ready to rush the field? I bet they were. They were ready. And you can't blame them. They were lining up. And somebody wants to know, Miss Anitra wants to know, is that MFR on the phone? Yep, it is. It's the one and only. All right, let's see here. Can somebody tell us, and I'd like your opinion on this, Jones. Mothering Williams, too many drop balls. Is it the way he's catching the ball, or is it them soft hands?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he's catching some clutch ones and he's dropping some other ones. You know, I mean, I'd just back to work, I guess.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I feel about that 6-0, if you don't mind. I mean, I'm no Mr. Jones, but I feel like he is one of those making those spectacular catches is what he enjoys, and that's what he's good at. One-handed stretches, behind the back, no look pass type stuff, you know. And I feel like that is his specialty. So straight up passes might confuse him a little bit if you want to know the truth about it. If it's not a more difficult catch, you know, I feel like he's not what you are used to seeing. Let's put it that way. Now, can he catch the ball? Sure, because I mean, y'all know it just as well as I do. Ty can zip that ball. I mean, put some laser heated missiles on that thing. And it's going to take some hands to catch that ball, such as the ones that, Horton, Bernard, those kind of passes. Brian Williams, I don't know. I think he needs a little bit more work on them laser passes, let's put it that way, because I think they're trying to get almost through his hands, and it's causing him some drops. Maybe Ty needs to lighten up on the zip. I don't know. That's just my opinion of Williams. He's going to be fine. Don't get me wrong. He's going to win a game for us just as well as the rest of them. But right now, our bread and butter is Bernard as far as wide receiver. Well, Horton's too. I like Horton. Who else scored last night, wide receiver wise? I can't remember right now.
Cuevas, I think Cuevas tight end scored.
Yeah, but I'm talking about wide receiver. Oh, Cuevas saved the game for us. Trust me.
I think that was it.
No, I think there was somebody else that. The defense scored. That's right. It was somebody else. All right. Okay. Let me move on down this line. All right. Now, what is your assessment of LSU coming up to play? What do you think? What's going to happen there?
Well, we got this bye week coming up, which we definitely needed just to get prepared and get. We needed this bye week real bad because of what's coming up. LSU and Oklahoma back to back. So I mean,
Yeah.
they need to get. A good thing about it is LSU won their game and everything, so they're not coming off a loss. And another good thing is we're playing them at home and we're playing Oklahoma at home. So
No, LSU lost.
LSU lost.
Yes. They lost to Texas A&M 49-25 at their house.
Oh yeah, who was I thinking? I was thinking somebody else.
Well, Vandy won. Texas won, but that was at Mississippi State. The ones that we got to play ourselves, we've got LSU, Oklahoma, and Auburn. So maybe Oklahoma. No, Oklahoma lost to Mississippi. Right now, as it looks, we've got Texas A&M with no loss. You've got Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Vanderbilt. All of those with just one loss.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. Where Oklahoma lost to Ole Miss. That never mind. I say we'll probably have another dogfight with LSU then. Them
You
coming
think
off.
so? Well, how did that line look to you last night? The offensive line. Does that show you some promise toward the LSU game?
Yeah, it does. But them coming off a loss and everything, they're going to bring their best against Bama's. And you got to think about last year too. Everything, we pretty much blew them out. So, I mean, they're going to have that in their mind. But hopefully this bye week helps us out. And we get Brooks back in there too. Lots there, Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to help. And
yeah, let's see. We got liquored up cages, putting it down. I'm going to tell you this much. I'm not worried about LSU. I could be wrong. You know that, guys. What in the world? But I'm not worried about them. And the reason I say that, I don't think they've got the heart. Kelly has not got them into a position in their mind where they can come in here and really give us an upset. They're going to play football. Every daggum SEC team has got pride, no matter what. Even that team down there with Chicken Bone Field, they got some pride, but they're not. I just don't see them having what it takes to come up here and beat us at home. With everybody knowing LSU is all. There's a reason why there's a bye week before. Maybe they're not as where they should be as they have been in times past, which that's what I'm feeling like. But I just don't think they're going to be able to do it. Okay. Let me see what's going on over here. How are you feeling about the defense? How'd that look to you last night?
right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of defense. I mean, there could be improvements, yes, but I mean, the main thing I see needs to be improved is like stopping the run. Besides that, I mean, secondary is doing great, and plus, I mean, I love the pressure that defensive line's getting on the quarterback and stuff. I mean, Pierre's been a blessing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Pierre's been a blessing out there. You see him getting pressure on the quarterback all the time, and
yeah, I thought so too. And we've been waiting on it. Yeah, like you said, he's a blessing in disguise. I really enjoyed watching him play last night. I'm gonna tell you what, the rest of the defense is doing well, but I believe as far as emotional, Pierre is the one that sets the tone. I can't never remember his first name. I know how to pronounce it and everything, and I keep forgetting his first name.
it's Yanze.
Yeah, Yanze. Yeah, that's a cool name. That's what I really do like. It's the quarterback on the. I don't know if he is yet or not. I don't know who is actually on the list yet. But I really thought our defense played well last night. I really did. Got to put this up there. Was you worried about was going to have to kick the football?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was. Of course, I was worried about that and everything. I didn't want to put the game in our kicker's hands at all.
Yeah.
Man, let's just get close enough. Let's just score. Yeah, if this is a kicking game, I mean, Bama needs to look for that guy that was on game day. He would have nailed that dang thing from 50. He did it on his first try too. They need to be recruiting him.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I was watching the kicker from South Carolina. I'm like, I wonder if he wants to swap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That transfer portal's coming up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I think that's something we need to look into next year.
Yeah.
Is
Nothing
for
gets talked to. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, nothing gets him, but I mean that's something we definitely need to look into. Is finding a quality kicker.
Okay. All right. Well, what other assessments did you have last night? I mean, was you worried about the game at all? How did you feel last night until that last touchdown?
I was worried the whole game. Once I seen South Carolina went ahead, I was worried, but I'd filmed something would happen. Somehow we'd turn it around and everything. Because I seen the way it was on sidelines and everything. I saw DeBoer fired up. I saw Ty. I saw the whole defense. I mean, I knew there wasn't no way they was going to let this game slip away and everything. And they
Now, who is the offensive coordinator for South Carolina?
Mike Shula.
Okay. Point exactly. Somebody said, I think Bobby said something not too long ago on a show or somewhere. Mike Shula was this, and I love Bobby. And I had to remind Bobby, Shula, when he was head coach here, he was good from 20 to 20. He was never really what I call the best in the red zone on either side. If you pin us back behind the 20, we're going to punt it back out. If we get it past the 20 and get moving, well, we're good for 20 to 20. And once we got down to the red zone, it was a flip of the coin if we're going to get any points out of it, So it kind of showed up last night as far as that goes. I think how many field goals did South Carolina have? Was it 2 or 3?
I think it's 2. I can't remember exactly.
I think so too. He would be fine interview. Yeah, and that's my whole point. Shooter, and I don't understand. He's been in the NFL, everything else. Yep, play calling. There you go. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you had and I like Mike Shooter. He's a great guy. He really is. It's just that it's his tendencies that the red zone is a problem for him. I don't know why. All right, let's see. So anything about this LSU game worries you at all?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's just coming off a bye week and everything, just how we're going to react. And even though, I mean, it's good we got home field advantage, but just depending, I mean, LSU's got the talent and everything. And of course, they're having problems with their offensive lines and everything, but just depends. Their quarterback can show up. Yeah, I mean, you never know. They got talent. They got talent on defense too. So I mean, it just depends on. I mean, it could be a fight. I mean, really, it could be.
It could be, and you're right. LSU has some quality players down there. We all know that.
Yeah.
Saban would often go down there and steal 1 or 2, and so I'm kind of trying to get a feel because you're a hardcore Alabama fan, and so are a lot of folks over in the chat. I'm kind of wanting to get the feel of where's your mindset now that we went through this gauntlet. We made it this far. We've beaten the Georgias and let's see, the Vandies, and I mean the only one left as far as a vengeance, the Tennessees, all these ranked teams, and hard fought ball games. It could have went either way in a lot of situations on several of them games. But we come out and we prevailed. I wonder if everybody is on an emotional, okay, cruise control. Let's back it down a little bit. Are they not getting as excited for the games as we once were, that we feel like, okay, we got, we had a bump in the road, like Jeff said. Why are we still talking about Florida State? We should be, anyways, you know what I'm saying? Is the fans, are they starting to let down on their emotions? Or are they not getting excited for the games like they should be? Are you getting that way?
No, I'm still excited about it and everything. I mean, we got a lot to be excited about. We can see how our team is this year and how our coaches are this year, our staff this year. They're showing a lot more emotion towards the game. I mean, of course, I'm staying excited about it. I love what I'm seeing, but I also got to be realistic too. I mean, SEC's hard. It is hard, and you never know what team's going to show up from week to week. And this past game showed it too.
I did, and that's what I'm kind of. Go ahead.
Yeah, it showed it, and also, I mean, I'm sort of glad this happened. Everything. This was a close game and we end up winning it because we need to be battle tested at the same time. So that shows the team, hey, nothing is given. Nothing is given in the SEC. You have to go out and you have to earn it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lesson learned, and hopefully they come forward and just keep on putting their best effort in every game.
That's just it. Their best effort. Okay, that's it. That's what I'm the same way. It was South Carolina. Now we got LSU who just now lost, to Texas A&M. Are they gonna be mad about it? They're gonna, every team right now except for Eastern Illinois. You don't think Oklahoma ain't gonna come in here wanting to make sure we don't get that revenge? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anybody says. It is revenge from last year. Everybody knows it. LSU, don't look past them. They got quality players. They're going to try to get that mark also. From now on, it's going to be, hey, everybody's going to give them our best to try to, and you know what Auburn's going to do. It's take them on the field, Good grief. That's out of all 4 games that we got to play, I would say the 2 that I'm most worried about is Oklahoma and Auburn.
Yeah, which I'm actually more worried about Auburn because the game right before that, well, who is it we play? It's a out of conference game, but I'm just afraid they're going lay down. They get refocused after that game.
Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
That's our little calm down. Yeah, a little cupcake. Take it easy. Get some freshmen in there, whatever else. Get them some time to play. I call it. Get them to have their. Basically, if you ask me, it's an Ohio State type game. What I mean by that, the northern games where they just all play cupcakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it. But I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. I want to read this. BAMA needed a hard-fought game going into the bye. It shows their team they have to keep up working. Yeah. All right, it's from Spencer. I didn't even know. He's exactly right. They needed this game. I feel like they was emotionally drained a lot, and they thought they could just come into South Carolina, walk over it, and go home. Well, South Carolina, like I told you, proved them wrong, and they like to beat us. But I feel like that in the locker room, things like this need to be said and talked about. Don't let up. You got to play your best every game. You're Alabama, okay? You're not Georgia. You're not Tennessee. You're Alabama, where they won't. That is people's resume builders. If you can say I beat Alabama or we beat Alabama. You see where I'm going with that. All right, let me see what's going on. So how are you feeling so far about our chances going into the playoffs? Wow, I've got you.
Well, right now I feel pretty good about it and everything. This is a whole different team from last year. Just emotionally and just they're doing better coaching than it was last year and everything. I think Grubb, I mean, even though he's getting criticized for some of his play calling, I think he's made a huge difference from Sheridan and everything. It's play calling plus, I mean, Ty. It's just like the offense is a totally different system from last year.
It
And
is.
that definitely improved. And plus the O line has improved a lot from last year too.
But we all been bragging a little bit about Caden Proctor, and he's really improved. And I know there was times he got beat last night. Okay, they all do. So
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Caden Proctor. I still think he needs the accolades that we have been giving him. But B. Jamin says, just his opinion, Bama needs to start out spreading the field and getting tight and wide receivers going early with short into mid passing. Use what we are best at first and then help open up the running game. Exactly. And that's what I was saying earlier, guys. We shouldn't have been going for the bomb so much. We should have been going, you try one or two here or there, and then you keep working that ball. That's what I was seeing last night as far as the game goes itself. All right. Now, here's why I asked you that about the playoffs. If we lose one more game, we're not going to the SEC. If we lose one more game, how far do you think they would drop us from being ranked number 4? Do you think they would drop us out of the top 12?
It depends on who you lose to, really. I think we'd probably still be in the top 12 if we lost to, let's say, Oklahoma or something. Auburn, I don't know. And that's the game I believe that's the game we have to win, period. Because right now, Auburn, I mean, how many losses has Auburn got right now?
Oh, geez, I can't even remember.
3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, I know it's 3 at least. It was possibly 4. Well, they won. Let's put it this way: if they could win 1 or 2 more games, they might get to go to a bowl game. Maybe. I don't know. That shows you how much I worry about them right now. All right. Let's put it this way: if we can win out our schedule, and we have to play Texas A&M, if we lose, what do you think our chances of going to the playoffs are then?
We should still make it in the playoffs if we lose to Texas A&M. Well, I'll be happy with that. No, I mean, I want us to get it both. Call me greedy. I want us to get it both SEC championship and national championship. Just coming this far and everything.
Well, I think it's important. Yeah, regardless. I agree with Jeff. Why aren't we still talking about the Florida State game? It's nothing, but it is a 1 loss. Out of conference, I don't care. It is still a 1 loss. You throw a 2 loss, when people start looking down that list of who's in the top 12, what's Alabama doing there with 2 losses? That's how people look at it. They don't look at, okay, you played this one team and that was tough then, and then now they suck. And the second team you played, well, they were weak in the beginning. Now they're tough. They don't look at that kind of stuff. All they care about is who wins and who loses. That's what we all worry about anyways. Does Alabama win by 1 point? Great. We won. I don't care if we beat Auburn down there at 3rd place by 1 point. That's what we need, is that 1 point. If I could give half points, I'll take that too. My point is they don't need to be getting down emotionally from now until we get into the playoffs, and that's my point. Don't let the fans let their emotions get down. Keep them built up. Keep your hopes up. Keep wanting to get in there and fight and play hard. You know what I mean? even in this, I know what Eastern Illinois, whatever, is that cupcake team, but don't let down emotionally. You can't be showing stuff that we would worry about. Let's put it that way. You need to play your best every game is what you need to do, because we want to see you win the SEC championship. We want to see you in the playoffs, Now from there, that's just whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we want national championship. Of course we do. But I don't want to see this team letting up, thinking they can just walk through a team and everything just by, okay, we're Alabama, we're back, we're tough, this and that. We know what the hell we're doing. I don't want to see that. I want to see some grit, some grind, some getting out there trying to improve, stop getting beat. I'm going to be honest with you. I seen that offensive line get beat a lot last night, get tied up, and they had some great defensive schemes coming up the middle like they did in the edges. You got to admit they were stringing their offensive line out. I just don't want to see you just get satisfied and think you can just walk over anybody and everybody, including LSU.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good they're getting challenged. It's just going to make them better in the long run.
Well, if you can avoid that challenge, I think that's better. But now, I understand, heart of a champion. I'm for that myself. I think they done that a game or two back. They show that their heart is in the right place. But don't keep showing it. I don't need cardiac kids anymore. I had to deal with that back in the 90s and 80s and all that kind of stuff. Them kids they would give me heart attacks back in them days. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, sir. And who caught it? Me, Jimmy. Who caught it? I'm sorry about the delay there. Texas A&M beat the brakes off LSU by running the ball. Let that sink in. Is you got a point or not? How are we going to do it? Well, we know how we're going to do it. We're going to throw the ball. That's all it is. Do it. And everybody knows. You better have some good cornerbacks and everything else, safeties back here if you want to stay in the game. That 2-point play was so huge. It was well dialed up and well played. Is that not where we throw to Cuevas again for the 2-point conversion?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think that they did to Proctor, though. Yeah, I think it was unnecessary at that point of the game because, these teams are going to catch on to what they're doing and everything. And the way South Carolina's defensive line was coming in, I knew they was going to stop Proctor then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew it, too. I knew it. And he really shouldn't. Don't hurt that man's knees,
Well, we definitely don't need him hurt. We don't need him hurt on the offensive line.
No. And just
He's
emotionally.
Side.
Everybody's having fun with him having a play or two in the game, and we're enjoying watching him play. You know what I'm saying? And doing these little special things, these little trick plays, and it's a kick to watch it. And I really enjoy it. So don't get him hurt. Don't really get him hurt. You got Daniel Hill. If you're going to send somebody up in the middle like that, you put Mr. Hill or Jam Miller in there.
Yeah.
Because you would have got the same results or maybe better. Let's put it that way. Because they basically just cut out the legs from him by pushing one of our old line back. I sat there and watched that one. Mr. Eddie, I would like to think so. One more loss, we could be knocked out. You got to consider a lot of things. You got BAMA fatigue. You got the second loss, and then all these other teams are going to be piling on. Well, they got 2 losses. We only got 1. Like this right here, out of the rankings because they want us out. They do. You got to understand, Alabama being Alabama, they don't want to be playing us. I don't care what they say or where we're at. Teams really don't want to play Alabama. They have to play us. Okay, the ones that like your Eastern Carolinas and your other teams, they're doing it for the money to build their programs up. So, yeah, they'll take a beating just for the money, and we'll gladly give them a beating to get our team to improve. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the way it is.
When they do play us, they're going to bring their best effort. I
They do.
think sometimes some of these teams prepare for us, like say they play another team the week before, they probably prepare for us before that game, because they know they got Bama on their schedule. It's coming up and everything. And
Well, yeah, and they try to play teams that are somewhat similar, say like they're a good passing team. And right now, Alabama is more known for its passing. So you want to play a good passing team the game before you play Alabama to kind of have a similarity, set mindset. And you're right. Even Eastern Illinois and all these other teams that come in for just the money, they're going to give you their best game. They really are. They're going to play hard. They're proud. That's just competition in football, period. Yeah, okay, I don't know why that's there. Just so you know, yeah, I'm gonna put it like this. Bama just win one game at a time. And that's me too. That's why I'm looking at LSU. Now, do I have my eyes scoping? I'm watching what's going on beyond past, just like a lot of folks are. I want to see us get that playoff. I want to see the national championship. How great would that be for the Warriors' second year? What would you think about that?
that'd be awesome. That'd show like he's the coach was meant to get.
Yeah, well put. Well put. Uh, it says Spencer wants you to know you need to be a regular on the show. You're doing a great job. Thank you both. He does better as time goes on, Spencer. Once he kind of gets over and he gets warmed up, he gets better. That's why I try to keep pulling stuff out of him because the more he goes, the better he gets.
I think while I'm on that shit like Rev, feel good.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder to do on Sunday mornings, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this much. I know you're welcome on the show anytime. So, if you want to come on, all you got to do is just tell Spencer hit the link, and he'll probably send you one.
I
And
want to thank you all because I'm glad y'all have this channel just for the fans and everything. And I mean, y'all been great. I love BAMA Sports.
I do too. I do too. And I'm gonna be honest, William has been doing a great job on Monday nights. I really tickled to death for him. He's doing a great job. And you ought to come on there and talk to him when y'all both were on that shit.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to hear that or not. I suppose.
No. You know me. I've got no pride.
Might be like, what the hell is going on in here?
What monster have I created?
Yeah.
No, seriously, you're welcome to come on anytime, as far as that goes. And of course, anytime with me, period. You went on. Just all I got to do is see MJ up there, and you're on. But anyways, I'm sure William would love to talk to you, Spencer. They're great guys, you know that. So just come back anytime you want to. But we've been on here for an hour. It's been great. Yeah, let me ask you something, Jones. What do you think about the running backs? Latoya says you can't make me believe Jam, Hill, and Riley are not good. It's the inconsistency on the O line. Is that what we should be concerned about? And I'm gonna put it to you like this, okay, before you answer. Everybody said, well, it's making us into a one-dimensional team, passing the ball, going to the outside, doing some trick play. I don't care. The 92 team was said that the same way, but they're just a one-dimensional team. All they knew how to do is run. Well, dadgummit, stop the run. That's what you got to do. And you couldn't. And it's the same way with this team here. I don't care if it's passing. If that's DeBoer and Grubb's forte, well, you got to stop it. Just the same. And how are you going to stop it? By holding the wide receivers and rushing up the middle for the old line. I don't understand what you're trying to do. You first still have to stop it. And South Carolina done a good job, even though they were holding on several plays. I understand that. But still, that's what you got to do to keep the game within reach for you to have a chance to win. You got to stop that kind of mess. So, particularly running the ball, I think we do have some great running backs. I really do. Jam
Yep.
Miller and Hill and Roddy's got speed. Yeah. But how to get them involved in the play when you got other playmakers out there with wide receiver as Bernard, Horton,
Yeah.
Brooks, Williams. I mean, how do you do it? How do you get the ball involved and win? And at what team?
See, here's the deal is with that and everything. It's it all depends on the scheme they're trying to run too. I mean, and the opposing team's defensive line and everything. If we're trying to run it up the middle, we have to make sure our offensive line is creating holes for the running backs, and it's working. They're like, say, in the first point of the game, that opposing defensive line ain't gonna be tired. They're gonna be fresh. So I mean, that's another thing to think about too. So I mean, some of the scheme, like the running schemes, I mean, we may need to try to do some sweeps and stuff, like on the outside. I mean, just be a little bit more creative, like maybe towards the beginning of the game. I mean, towards the end of the game, the opposing defense is going to be tired. So, I mean, that's when our offensive line could push and create holes for our running backs and just plow right through them. Everything with our running backs, because I mean, but also at the same time, we can't abandon the run game, period. Running game's going to help make the opposing defensive line tired because our O-line's pushing up against them and everything, and they're pushing up against 300-something pounds, all them snaps and everything. So I mean, at the same time, we still got to run the ball, period, no matter how many yards we're going to be getting. But we're not going to have explosive runs also every run we do. That needs to be understood.
Well, it's like this. All right. Football is changing as we speak. Alabama was known for running backs, tough offensive line, tough defense. I mean, this is all in our history. Okay, that's why we got 18 national championships and so many SECs. But that's the way football was played back then. They have made the rules up to where the defense can't do this, offense can do that, and it's basically they wanted teams to play more offense and be more quotes exciting, putting butts in the seats and that kind of stuff. That's what it was all boiling down to. So now football has changed with the transfer portals, the NILs, and all this has now come in. It's not the old school football that I was raised up with, where running backs was the most wanted commodity, and not even quarterbacks was hardly looked at, as far as that goes. But running backs, O-line people, hey, that was premium gold right there. Defensive line, so on and on. Now it's got to be, you got to be able to chase down these wide receivers. They're flying with speed. A good buddy of mine has told me many times, well, they ain't got no speed, and that matters a lot nowadays. Now you got to have that quality quarterback, which thankfully, for the last few years, we have had some good quality quarterbacks and Ty and Milrow and everything. So, where basically offenses are changing, you've got to have the offensive line has to change. You can't just pack 300 pounds of a man right there in the middle and around the edges where they can get beat by a speedy edge rusher. You see what I'm saying here? So
Yeah.
you got to balance it all. And you got to keep people honest with good running backs. If not, have that hole opening up and them take off down the middle. It's going to be rare. Let's put it that way. In your top tier teams coming up, you watch what I'm telling you. I done lost everything. Yeah, Miss Latoya. The kicker was looking nervous last night. Yes, he was. Let's see. You got any more takes on the game last night or anything you want to talk about coming up? I would love to talk playoffs, but I'm just kind of giving a little hints here and there. But the first game we got to be concerned about is LSU. Is there anything we need to work on between now and then?
Just work on the basics. The offensive line, I say we do need to work on the run defense. Run defense got to get better in that area. otherwise, I mean, just keep
The run
working on
de- the run defense. Let me ask you a question. The run defense. If you've got team spreading out your defense, and you got a running back that can run, how's that going to be defended with the run defense?
Well, I mean, that just comes to all the guys doing their job and everything.
Staying at home.
Yeah, linebackers and all that, just having eye discipline.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's tough on the defense nowadays. It really is.
It is.
And that's why I think with the onset of defensive not being in play like they used to, and offensive trying to go shock and awe, I call it, you got to be prepared for this kind of stuff. And Alabama needs to change with the times a little bit, even though us diehard people are wanting to see the old school football running, you know. And if you're going to run, you got to commit all the way. And running the ball will, if the defenses were like they used to be, 14-7 games was something else back in them days. Nowadays, we got to score at least 30 just to win,
Yeah. Which I'm not saying they're doing horrible in that area. Of course, other teams are going to come out and they're going to have a good run every time. I mean, every once in a while, an explosive run is, but it's just something to look at, something to try to improve on. Everything.
Huh. Uh-oh. All right, we're just going to give you a little prelude of what we might be facing. After watching Texas A&M last night, I'd rather play UGA again in the SEC championship. We match up better with UGA. Texas A&M quarterback is dangerous, fast. Ooh, there's warning shots in the air, across the bow. All right, let's see here. All right. I'm trying to look at the chat. It's harder for me to follow when I'm sitting there trying to make conversation, guys. All right. Anyways. Yeah, I love them shirts that William got us, Linda P. Okay. Man, how far back am I? I could have had them cussing me out, Jones, and me not even know it. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, just win the games. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, bud. You got anything else this morning? It's been fun for me so far.
Nah, I've enjoyed it. Also, have you seen that video of that South Carolina staff member talking to Keelan Russell, or backup?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on with that. I mean, I'm not worried about it.
Well, I mean, it's part of the game. You see what DeBoer done too, did he?
Yeah, I seen that. I mean, but that just cracks me up right there.
Yep, they're already after him, and seeing, hey, what is it? Does Ty? I think Ty's got this year and next year. Does he not?
I thought Ty was a red shirt senior. If
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
I think he's got another year.
Yeah, I mean, another year optional if he wants to stay, but
That's just out of fun. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna ask this question out of fun, and then we'll try to get out of here. Okay. If Ty Simpson is back next year, okay, of course everybody's gonna want him as quarterback. Who would you want to be his backup? Because now you've got a year under the belt for Keelan Russell. And now you've got these other coaches still trying to hit him to go up into the transfer portal. You got Austin Mack, who's not a bad quarterback himself in his own right. Who would you want backing up Ty Simpson next year if something was to happen to him?
I'll be honest with you, it'd probably be Keelan.
Really?
Yeah. Because I've seen his throws and everything. He's accurate. He's a good thrower. He can scramble out of the pocket and everything. I mean, yeah, And you only get generational talent like that just once in a while, you know. I mean, I don't want to sit here and hype him up and everything completely. I do believe he needs to sit and just learn the system, but you talent like that, you don't need to let go to waste, you know. I mean, yeah, I believe he'd be definitely the one I want to see back him up.
When I seen there watching some of the pregame stuff, I think it was, or some pre-practice, whatever you want to call it. Ty Simpson throwing the ball. Keelan Russell was right there with him. Good-looking kid. He really is. He's taller, longer arm, but he looks like to me he needs to put on a little bit more strength-wise
Yeah,
as far as that goes.
put a little bit more weight on.
Yeah, a little bit more weight. His talent is there as far as that goes. And B. Jammins said that he is a redshirt junior. So he's got next year for sure. All right. So how long does it go? Now, what does that do for Austin Mack? Do you think he would transfer, or do you think he would stay, knowing that Keelan's here? And from what I've seen on recruiting wise, we got some other quarterbacks that are coming in are pretty well hyped up. But right now, our dear future is going to be Ty Simpson. But if he goes down this year, I could see him actually using Austin Mack. I really could. And I could see him trying Keelan Russell too. But I mean, we all sat there saying Keelan Russell this and that. We ain't seen him play much. And this is not high school. Okay, this ain't 7-on-7s and this and that kind of stuff. This is where you get out there. Look at Ty. Just he got put on the ground. I don't know how many times. This is football, college style, and what little hit you would take in high school is a lot different in college. You know what I'm saying? It hurts a little more. So I'm hoping Keelan Russell is that man with a talent, but you don't know how they work out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just one of them things that we just got high hopes for the young man. Yeah, Austin Mack is the odd man out. I was kind of curious, and I liked your response to the fact that you said of his talent and not the gesture of trying to get him in there to make him stay. That's what I like. I like the idea of his talent. All right, we're going to get out of here. You got anything else for me this morning, Mr. Jones?
No, I sure do not. Just roll tide, everybody. Enjoyed it, and glad to see everybody in the chat. Like seeing all the women on this channel too.
You know what? I didn't know. I didn't know I could do this now. Hey, hang on a second. I got to try this. Just bear with me, okay? I don't know how to spell it, so I'm gonna go like this. You're gonna get a kick out of this. All right, let's see. There we go. I changed your name.
Oh God.
Restream is letting me do all kinds of things. I'm telling you what. I'm sorry, I couldn't spell manufactured, Jones. So, anyways. By the way, congratulations on what you're doing over at the Pickem Show. You're going to be a hard man to beat. You ain't too far away, but there's people right on your heels. But you're doing a great job, bud. We do appreciate you playing, of course.
Oh, thank y'all. I'm lucky.
Yeah, go ahead, Lucky Charms. I'm sitting there. Yeah, he's either got him a little swami over there, or he's got something on the phone. Okay, what's he picking today? So you're doing really good, really good. We're proud of you. I would like to see a little more competition come your way, make it one of them nail biters. But good luck to you. Go ahead.
I said they're not far behind me. I think Steven, Jeff, and Justin ain't that far behind me. So it's.
I'm gonna try to catch you. I am. I'm gonna try to catch. Hey, it's great for me to see somebody in the chat room win the money. Which, if anybody don't know, it's up to $400. And with the second place of that Alabama robe that William donated, that's gonna be fun too. But I'm just saying, I want you guys to win. I really do. I don't want the money because I'm just going to turn around and put it back in another game anyways. If I win it or give it to somebody that needs it, But anyways, I'd rather see you guys win. But I don't want you walking away. I want you to have a little competition. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to catch up with you, and I'm gonna push for everybody else. Anyways, guys, thanks for the compliments. It has been a great show. I've enjoyed Mr. Jones coming on. Oh, suck ass Jones. Yep. Hang on a minute. Sorry, it's cigarette time. All right. Yep. Look here now. You getting this right here, don't you? He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
I'll be here. My luck might run out before long. Who knows?
Let me do this before we get off here, because I can't just let it go. I could put a title to it, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I was gonna put a title to it. All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for coming this morning. My problem is I know Jones's real name. Anyways, that's what I call him, Manufacturer Jones, Mr. Jones, motherfucker, whatever. But I don't know. I just show him respect. I always call him Mr. Jones. But thanks for coming on this morning. It's been fun. Again, you need to come on more often. You know that. And if you can, get with Spencer, William, or somebody, and we'll do some more stuff with you if you'd like to. But anyways, appreciate you coming on this morning. I really do.
No problem, brother.
All right, man. Take care of yourself, and I will see you Monday night, I believe, on Making a Double with William and Spencer. And of course, we'll have Spencer, I think, comes on Wednesdays.
Yes, Bama,
Is it Wednesday?
Bama Smoke on Wednesdays.
BAMA Sports on Wednesdays, and of course we do the Pickem show on Saturday mornings, and we do the morning after, and whenever we want to on the weekends. So, guys, thank y'all for being here. Enjoyed it. Y'all come back and see us, but we'll see y'all Monday night, and don't forget to catch y'all on Piano Man sometimes during the weekday. He really helps me out in the mornings when I get the chance to listen to him. So, anyways, y'all take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and we will see y'all Monday night. Mr. Jones, thank you much, man. We're out of here.
Roll Tide.
Roll that gum tide. I was waiting on you, brother. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which, of course, are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those three areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here as national champions.